Okay, so you all know how 1.19.4, we're now on 1.20.1. In 1.19.4, you can add these things. They're called item displays. They are super cool. They're super handy, kind of like holograms. For the most part, we had something like this using the armor stands, but they're really, I mean, the armor stands are good, but they do have some drawbacks. So the reason why we don't let players do this sort of stuff is because it's really complicated. Minecraft did not make this simple to use. I'm going to paste into chat here in my game. This is the command to place an item display at head level, that little squiggly mark on a 1, and then this sets it at half the size, 0.5, and it's a diamond sword. This is the command that you have to get absolutely perfect in order to place a diamond sword where you're standing. So I'm going to do that right now, and there we have a diamond sword. Pretty cool, right? What I've gone ahead and done is made it so that you all can do that without having to know that crazy, bizarre, complicated command. Are you ready? In the chat, all you have to do is type in item display, create, and look at this list. As you type in, it gives you all the options. So diamond sword. And if I type that in right now, you on the server right now can create an item display of virtually any item in the game. It's a plugin. I wrote this specifically for Autcraft, so it's not on any other server. It is as simple as it can get. We can do oak. We can do netherite and nether and spruce and cherry, whatever you want, pretty much. Okay, before I tell you the catch to using this, I'm going to show you something really, really cool. If I turn on hitboxes right now, you can see where everybody's hitbox is. This thing also has one. I can left click on it. I can right click on it. If I shift and right click on it, it's gone. That is how you remove them. So I can do, let's first one just because, acacia boat. So I can walk through it, I can punch it as much as I want, do whatever I want. As soon as I shift, right click, it deletes it. And it says in the chat, item display removed. It's as simple as that. The command is super simple. The way to remove them is super simple. The catches to this, 2 catches. Number 1 is you can only place this in a base that you are added to. Your protection, your friend's protections you've been added to. You cannot do these in somebody else's protection, and you can't even do them in an unprotected area. It can only be done in a place that you're added to. This will prevent people from putting them all over the place, putting them in places that they shouldn't be. But if you're allowed to build there because somebody gave you permission or you protected it, you can place these all you want. The second condition is that I have added a limit to these. So you can only place up to 100 of them right now. But that might change. Right now, since it's still a testing phase, like we could even do an allay spawn egg. Because it's a testing phase right now, we don't want people to go absolutely totally nuts and add thousands of these. So we limit it to 100 for right now, but that may increase. There is one other extra feature though. I'm telling you this much because it's super simple and easy to do, and I don't want to overcomplicate things. But we did make it so that you can do like a diamond axe, and you can put in large, and it'll make it larger, bigger size. In my case, because I'm an admin, I have a different option, but it's basically 1. So if you type in large, if you type in diamond axe, for example, as the item and press space, it'll tell you that you can put in large. And then if you do put in large, it'll make a bigger size. If I take out the large, then it does a smaller size. See? So there you go. That's our brand new feature. Super easy. Again, the command is literally item display, create, and then whatever you want. Look at this list. This pulls directly from Minecraft itself. I didn't write this list myself. But yeah, you could do pretty much whatever you want. If you have a chest full of beef, there you go. Put that in front of your chest. Now, there is one other thing actually, now that I say that. There is one other thing though, is because it has that box to shift click on to delete it, you can't actually right click through it. So if you do put it in front of your chest, you won't be able to open your chest unless you go off to the side for something. To get around that, to deal with that limitation, you will notice that the hitbox for this is double the size of the hitbox for this. So again, if you're using the smaller size, you can see that it won't block an entire chest. So you might have to click off to the side just a little bit. Maybe you can place this off to the side a little bit, something like that. But yeah, you can't click through it because this is an interaction entity, which means it's waiting for you to interact with it. Put a firework above the guy that sells fireworks. Perfect. See? Perfect. Here, let's go and take a look. Let's see. Poof. Gone. Look at that. Look at that. That's perfect. Love it. You could do that. You could put the items over the shopkeepers. You could put them over your door. You could put them in your storage room. You can use this in so many different ways. And it will cost the server nothing because it is a zero-tick entity. No lag. Yeah, it's a good point, Crankles. The side clicking is something you have to do with the item frames anyway. If you put an item frame in front of a chest, if that green glass was a chest, you wouldn't be able to click on the item frame to get to the chest. You'd have to click off to the side or put the item frame off to the side or something like that. So it's the same idea with this, right? Hitboxes show in your inventory? Yes, they do. They have to see where to click. Oh, that's the other thing. I probably should mention, you can't delete somebody else's item displays. So that's why nobody here has deleted my item display yet. You also can't delete somebody else's. So if you and your friend share a base together, you're both on the protection, and one of you places one of these things, the other person cannot remove it. We don't want people fighting over these things, so only the person who places it can remove it. Admins, of course, supersede this and can remove anything. So if something is placed and it absolutely should not be there, and the other person won't remove it, or they've left the server, or just haven't been around in a while, or whatever the case, you can come to an admin and say this should not be here, and you know, depending on what the admin decides, we're not going to just, you know, delete people's stuff. But if it has to go, then the admin can do that. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun in the coming weeks going around and seeing what everybody does with this. Wow. Wow, you got right to work with this, didn't you? Holy. This is amazing. Look at that. It's amazing. It's a good idea. This is a fantastic. See, I never would have thought of this. This is fantastic. Hold on. There we go. The shaders. I like it. This is fantastic. There you go. That's it. The item display work with map art one day. No, that's fortunately not. That's not a vanilla Minecraft item. But it does do create TNT. So we've had a lot of players ask admins to put some TNT at their base because they're storing gunpowder or TNT or whatever. And on the server, you can't place TNT. But guess what? Now you can. You can even, if you wanted to, because it's not a real command block. There, full size. It's not a real command block, so it doesn't actually do anything. But if you want to have somebody come to your base and go, how did you get a command block? Now you can. And I hope you all have tons of fun using this. I hope you all find amazing uses for it. And I hope to see a lot less item print. But that's it. That's it for today's stream. Thank you all for joining me.